What's up and welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you the best cheap ways to upgrade your LEGO Star Wars minifigures, because it's no lie, some of the official Star Wars minifigures have been lacking recently. You can't look me in the eyes and tell me that the official LEGO Fox comes anywhere near as close as a custom Fox. However, not everyone has $30 to spend on a custom figure, so today I'm going to come by and meet you guys in the middle to find the best way and the cheapest way that you can upgrade your figures to a nice in-between of official LEGO, custom LEGO. Some will be all out of official parts and some will involve some custom parts, but the main focus is to keep it cheap. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. The first and probably the simplest way to upgrade your minifigures is simply adding a cape. And you may be saying, Drew, how is adding a cape going to do anything to enhance my minifigure a drastic amount? But let's take a look at the set Palpatine's Arrest. This is hailed as one of the greatest LEGO Star Wars sets, and it's known for having some great minifigures. And let's look at all of these Jedi minifigures and tell me what sets them apart from other Jedi minifigures. It's the cape. Let's take a look at Mace Windu, for example. Here we have boring old Mace Windu. Get him out of here. We've got Mace Windu with a cape. Tell me it doesn't look infinitely better. It looks so good. Now let's take a look at this cape on some other Jedi figures. Now, here we have an Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure, and yes, this is a great figure, but it's missing something. A key component to what we see in the source material. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's a cape. Look at this and tell me, look at the before and after. I'll put up a little image of the before and tell me which one's better. Tell me this does not look so much better. It's crazy how much a cape can add, and let's do it with a figure that doesn't actually need a cape, but let's just see what it looks like with a cape. Now, here we have Plo Koon. Plo Koon is one of my favorite Jedi, but I would be lying if I said this figure wasn't lacking something. Can you guess what is lacking? Can you guess what I'm about to add to this figure? That's right, it's a cape. Tell me this does not look so much better with a cape on him. It's just, I can't explain it. It just adds some sort of aura, I guess. It just looks so good with a cape, but I think you get the point now. I'll stop putting capes on all of my Jedi minifigures and we'll move on to the next part of this video. Now, when looking at your custom Clone Commander versus your official, there are two main problems that people bring up. The first, obviously, being the price, and then the second being that having the custom in front of your clone army just looks too good to be with your clones, because it looks out of place because of how detailed it is compared to the regs. But then looking at the official, it just doesn't look right. It has issues. It has very big issues that it just doesn't look right to lead your army. So we're gonna come and beat both of those issues by combining these two into one. We'll be able to save money and also keep a look that goes with your army. Now we have a Commander Fox fit to lead his shock troopers. This is just the official Commander Fox with some better blasters, so we don't have those fat machine guns in his hands, because that just looks bad, I'm gonna be honest. And then all we did was add a helmet for $4 from Clone Army Customs, and the cloth, which I think is also $4, but it might be more when you have to buy it in a pack, but I'm pretty sure it's $4, but I'll check that and throw it up on the screen. But yeah, it just looks so much better. It gets rid of some of those issues with the official, but it also keeps it cheap and not too custom, because having the arm printing and all of that on your clone, it looks really cool, it looks really nice. It just does not fit with these basic clones where they're just, you know, plain. But I think this is a very good in-between and is a very good addition to your clone army. Now, staying on the topic of custom clone parts, let's say you want a Captain Rex minifigure and you don't want to buy a $650 set, or go on Bricklink and buy one for like $150, or buy a custom one for $30. Instead, you can take a 501st Jet Trooper and $9 and go on Clone Army Customs and get a Captain Rex helmet, and for $4, and for $5 a cloth pack, and then put it all together and you get a custom Captain Rex that looks pretty good and very fit to lead your clone army. This looks very good, a very nice figure, and though we are getting a new Captain Rex, or the same one in the Venator actually, in that microfighter, you can still use this method to upgrade that one to be a more fitting Captain Rex to lead your army, and this looks very good, but we'll look at some other ways that we can use custom parts to upgrade our clone troopers. Now, for the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, the LEGO actually released a ARC Trooper 5s, and this figure looks very good. I'm a big fan, but there's a few things that I think are wrong with it, and I'm going to show you how we can fix this with just a few parts from Clone Army Customs. Now, simply by adding just a Clone Army Customs waist cape and pauldron and getting rid of those huge pistols that they're giving all of their clones now for some reason and replacing them with a nice sleeker and smaller version, we can take our 5s from a pretty good figure to a really good figure. And if you wanted to go the extra mile, you could get a new helmet, but I kind of like this helmet. It fits with the rest of my army, so I decided to keep it. And I don't know, it just looks so much better and more accurate with these little commas and pauldrons added. And that could be said for a lot of figures. You can do this with pretty much any of your figures. Just you can get them on Clone Army Customs, or honestly any like custom site. I'm not sponsored by any of them. It's just Clone Army Customs is what I use, so it's what I'm saying because that's where this is from, and they've been pretty good. I've liked what I've gotten from them. I don't really buy any figures because I like to do little upgrades instead of buying whole figures. But yeah, this can be applied to pretty much any of your clones, and you don't even need custom parts. I'll show you what you can do with all official LEGO parts to upgrade your clones. Now, with only official parts, you can still make some really cool custom clones. As you see on the left, we have a plain Phase 2 Grunt from the new Battle Pack, and the same figure on the right. However, the difference is this one has a white pauldron, a white comma, and a rangefinder, and it looks really cool, and it fits the army very well because it does use only official parts. And I think this is another very nice way and a very easy way. You can do this on any of your figures, and it's very fun because when you make a little custom clone, you can also kind of come up with a cool backstory and name. This is Whiteout. One of you guys named him in a previous video, and yeah, it's just a really nice way to add spice to your army, add some little lore, and get going with a cool clone army. The next method that we will be looking at is upgrading your weapons, your blasters, and your lightsabers. Now, blasters have come a long day since back in the day, starting off with these megaphone-like weapons to what we have now with these. We even had a bit of a dark era with those stud shooters. Whew, they're finally gone. I was not a fan of the stud shooters. But we can even take it to the next level after this if that's not cutting it for you anymore. So let's take a look. Now, the first way we can do this is just simply swapping out what we already have. These are these huge pistols that we've been getting with our clone commanders and stuff nowadays, but simply just by swapping them out for the older variant, it looks so much better and more clean in my opinion, just like how big these are. But we can take it to the next level by making our own custom blasters. Now, even LEGO have been customizing their own blasters by adding that little candle piece on them, which looks very good, but there really is like unlimited. And when I say unlimited, I mean unlimited possibilities. I sat here for like 30 seconds and came up with 4 custom blasters right here, which don't really represent anything in particular, but I think they're all pretty cool in their own right. And you can really just be as creative as you want and come up with as many blasters as you can. There are really countless opportunities, and all of them would look really cool and very much upgrade your own figures. And there are even some custom blasters out there that we are going to take a look at. Now, here are some custom blasters that I have laying around, and they all look really nice. We've got some really cool ones, some of the named blasters from Star Wars that look very good and add so much to your figure. Like, just the blaster can add a ton. Looking at this shock trooper, here is one with just that normal LEGO blaster, and here's one with a custom LEGO rifle. And it looks so good. It represents the one from Star Wars so nicely, and the blaster adds so much to the figure. But we can even do this with lightsabers. Here we have Darth Maul, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, and this is a very good figure of him. But the double-bladed lightsaber is the same size as all of the other lightsabers in LEGO, and if you know, his lightsaber hilt is actually a lot longer. So that's where this piece comes in play. Right here, it won't focus. I don't actually know what it's called, but it does kind of look like a lightsaber hilt. It's in a lot of sets. It's actually used in a ton of speeders, but very simply, it can just replace his lightsaber if we put 2 blades in the end. Oops, it just shot all the way across the room. Hold on, I got it. But yeah, by putting these in here and then putting it back, it looks a lot better in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, we don't have it in this like little silver color, which would look even better, but this is just a much better representation of his lightsaber. Now, the same can be done with Ahsoka. There is like the normal lightsaber that she is given in all the normal sets, and here is Ventress's lightsaber hilt that she gets. And I also think the Rebels version of Ahsoka comes with these lightsabers. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just looks so much better, and it represents her lightsaber in the actual show so much better as well. It fits the little curve, and it's really nice, and it's a very easy upgrade that brings a lot to the figure. Now, lastly, we can combine everything that I talked about in this video to make really cool and detailed customs. This is a custom clone commander that I made using a CAC helmet that I think was $4, some custom cloths that I had laying around, a little bag piece that I had, and it's actually the body of a First Order Stormtrooper under there with a little tan arm that I threw on, and also a custom rifle, and looks very good. And there really is no limit on how many customs you can make and what you can do to customize those figures. That's why I love Lego. There are endless possibilities. Let me know if you do try any of these, and let me know if you have done any customs and what customs you have done. I think they look very nice, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned something in this video. Stay safe. Drew, signing out.